Hello, and welcome to the Musicians Talk Show podcast. This is episode number 103.
You scared me for a second. I thought you were going to say it was episode 1. Just stop right there.
Episode 1. Yeah, welcome to the podcast.
It's not episode 1.
I'm Dallas Dwight.
And I'm Matt Solly.
And this podcast
is officially begun. When Dallas drinks the little Croix.
It's brought to you by the Croix.
No, it's not. No, it is not brought to you by
official sponsor of the Musicians Talk Show podcast.
Stop it. They are not an official
What
sponsor.
if we just started reading sponsorships, just unsolicited?
Yeah, what about this one? Like, Explorer Guitars, now sponsoring.
Yeah, Gibson.
Gibson, now
Musicians Talk Show, brought to you by Gibson.
Brought to you by Apple.
Just like the biggest companies in the world. Brought to you by Google.
All right.
Yep. Make the world a better place. I don't know. What's Google's slogan? Do they have one?
Everything digital. No, I don't know what their slogan is.
That would be hilarious. Google, everything digital. Anyways, we're chilling here. We apologize for last week. We did not have a lot of time to begin with. We knew that was going to happen. Yeah, but then we blundered it even further. So that was our fault. So sorry about that. We're going to make up for it this week.
Yeah, and that's part of the learning process in this video thing. We did a good test today. Obviously, we start doing that every time.
And lucky we did because we listened back to the test and Matt's mic was off.
Yeah. We only do that
we would have recorded an hour and a half before we realized that.
Yeah. We only usually do that when we're recording music.
We keep Matt's mic and whatever.
We're back in podcast. You can talk now.
It's like, Matt, you're on bass and vocals.
Mute him down, Yeah, does he know we're not going to use that? He knows we're not going to use that, right?
Dude, can we please just make this podcast us watching the Steel Panther behind the studio?
No, we can't do that. That's hilarious. If you guys watch the behind the studio videos of Steel Panther, so good.
I haven't seen them in a long time.
They're like stand-up comedians, essentially, that play music. I love that.
I don't know how they got so funny, you know?
I don't know either. I wonder if it's just from hanging around LA with a bunch of characters, you know what I mean? Like you kind of pick that stuff up. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? They're LA cats.
Here's something I saw. Have you seen, the show Impractical Jokers?
Yes. They were on the...
Have you seen the Steel Panther crossover?
I didn't watch it, but I saw that there was one. I wanted to watch it.
It's, I guess I didn't see the episode, but apparently Murr loses, so his punishment is he has to be inside Styx's bass drum.
What? That is not what I thought it was.
And he's just getting
I'm sure there's
cameras
really
in there,
loud.
and then they start squirting stuff on him, like confetti, glue, like all this crazy shit on him.
Does he wear a ear protection?
No, I don't think so.
No way.
He constantly just keeps saying, "It's so loud."
Well, yeah. God, I guess that's part of the punishment, right? If you take that away, then it's not really.
Oh, and this is a big, 40-inch Tommy Lee kick drum. Yeah, where Styx is literally sitting kind of underneath it.
They had to hold a human, right? Got to hold a big one.
So he's sitting kind of in a crescent moon position inside of it, up to one side.
That's brutal.
It was, dude.
That is brutal, especially with no hearing protection.
We can show that because we have the power to do that now.
Do we? Are we gonna get pulled if we show it?
No, we can mute the audio.
All right, so let's just show a picture.
Impractical Jokers Steel Panther.
Yeah,
nailed it.
Got it.
Here you go. I'm going to mute it and skip around.
That way we don't have to get pulled.
So you see the kick drum here.
Yeah, it's huge. And I thought it'd be clear just right off the bat. I thought it was gonna be like you see him. You can't see him.
Not at this.
So nobody even knows.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, just be patient.
No, I can't.
There he
is. Oh, so you see him from the back. So nobody knows that he's in there during the show.
Not yet. And I don't. This was a weird crossover to me because the Impractical Jokers audience, it's not a clean show, but they're not They're not Steel Panther, dude. Steel Panther is over the top. Here you go. They're about to reveal it right here.
So they have a cover over it.
There they go. Dude.
It's so loud.
At some point, they do reveal it. But all this stuff up top, they start squirting stuff on him.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
You still can't see him yet. I think they wanted to reveal it strategically to the audience to realize, that's Murr in there. But anyway, this is a hilarious punishment. But I don't understand,
what song are they playing?
Party Like the End of the World.
Okay, because I was wondering if it was going to be a clean song. They only have a couple of them that are clean.
This one is relatively clean, right? What's the worst
Party
thing
there's definitely some shit in the Party Like Tomorrow's the End of the World.
What does he say, though? I'm trying to remember. My favorite line is
fuck a cow or a goose, I think, or something like that.
Poke a silverback gorilla in the eye is my favorite.
Yeah.
So see, it's clearly a Joker's crowd. They don't even know who these guys are. They probably think they're a joke, costume group of guys playing music. They have no idea who Steel Panther is.
That's a good point. I didn't see that.
And then there you go.
Yeah, so they had a cover on there.
So Steel Panther.
Come on, so they humiliate him. That's
what we need. We need a replaceable drum head like that. So we just ordered our custom drum head, or the sticker at least, for the Anything Goes tribute. But we can't have that during the LA Maybe set, you know. So we're trying to come up with cool ways to figure that out. We need whatever they had.
Yeah, I wonder how they did that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like...
You could hit Sticks It In You on
He's got his
Twitter.
earpiece in like they do, but it doesn't look like he has earplugs.
You could hit Sticks It In You on Twitter. He's pretty good about getting back to people on there. If you want
He probably doesn't have anything to do with that, though. There you go. There's the confetti.
He might not know. He might know, though.
I mean, he might, yeah, but it's probably tech guys and producers and stuff.
He could find out. I'll say that. He could find out.
Well, his incentive to find out things for me.
Yeah, not so high. Not so high. Dude, I can't believe they're... Ugh.
Dude, they keep soaking him with like, I don't really know what it is, but it's definitely
That is a terrible punishment.
Like, dude, all their punishments are horrific. It is my favorite part of the show.
Oh my God.
So Sal, this guy over here with the Derek comedy shirt on the right, he's terrified of sharks, as any normal human would be. And they take him out in one of those shark dive cages, you know?
He's good at fucking...
You know how they drop you in the water and you're in the cage and the sharks swim up and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
They do that to him, and then they unbutton it and drive away. He's just sitting there in a scuba, like...
Oh my God, dude. Fuck that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyways, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I thought this
Steel
was
Panther plays along with... You know, they were on Dancing with the Stars, bro.
Yeah,
Steel Panther will play along, man. They're very good at like...
That's good. They're smart. They're really smart. They know that that's going to help their brand.
And they, you know what they do, though? They don't sacrifice who they are because of it. I mean, they definitely have to calm down the swearing and stuff like that, but they still are themselves and funny selves.
But I'm curious how they do that. Because their entire comedy is based on... Like, the joke a lot of times is, look how insane we are being.
Right.
Like, hey, we're telling you to, like, beat your woman, for example, like, as a joke. Like, the joke is not beating your woman. That's not funny. The joke is how absurd it is to say that.
Right. That is, it's
you know what I mean?
A
like,
satirical type humor that is hard for some people to grasp. And I think that's why they're so volatile to some people. Some people do not like them at all.
Oh, for sure. They say they're misogynistic.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like, dude,
well, you're missing the joke. Like, yeah, he's talking about like...
None of these guys actually believe anything they're saying.
Exactly.
Or would condone anyone doing any of the things they say.
Exactly.
It's a joke.
Exactly. It's a joke on heavy metal.
Yeah,
on the
particularly
80s
spoofing
heavy
80s metal, because the 80s metal, that was the people you should be upset at for misogyny, because they said it for real.
Exactly. I mean, like all those things, the band's names, the song titles, the choruses were all euphemisms and all like code basically for stuff that they wanted to say that they knew they couldn't say.
So the joke is that Steel Panther literally just says it. Where you know, Led Zeppelin, not an 80s glam band, but for example, Led Zeppelin would say, squeeze the lemon till the juice runs down my leg.
Exactly.
All metaphorical and shit.
Right.
Will Panther will literally just be like, suck my dick till I come in your face.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's the
what?
joke, is that like they're saying it, but they're saying it without the code or without the whatever the ciphering.
Which is what when I first heard them, I immediately got that.
It's so funny.
I laughed so hard, but particularly because I come from that world.
And you know it, right? You know that what the glam metal is. A lot of people who probably hear Steel Panther, they probably don't even know that glam metal was that. You know, they don't understand the
They know Sweet Child of Mine,
right? And they don't understand the euphemism portion of it, though. They don't understand that Whitesnake meant, you know, his dick. It was a dick. Yeah, the whole thing is.
And that's a good point.
You know, like a lot of things, they have no idea. They live in that oblivious world, but then they hear Steel Panther and they're like, who are these assholes?
Or pour some sugar on me.
Why are these guys making fun of 80s metal? Or why are these guys making 80s metal so
Pearl
rude?
Jam, which literally just means jizz.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Well, then they're not 80s metal, but they were along that same line too, where they were making little euphemisms here and there. The Darkness is a big one, I think, but they were later too, in like the 2000s. Yeah,
much later. Yeah, Pearl Jam, obviously not glam. Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me, that's an example.
Right.
I think a lot of people sing that song not really thinking about what that means.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
absolutely. Absolutely. And when you listen to the lyrics, like, or what about like swinging on the back porch, swinging on the lawn?
Warren,
like that's all about that's all about fucking like everywhere. It's like the whole song is just
what does he say? Swinging so hard, forgot to lock the door. Yeah. In comes her daddy standing 6'4", said, you ain't gonna swing with my daughter no more. Genius lyrics.
Right. Hilarious.
That's Cherry Pie, right?
Yeah, Cherry Pie.
So unfortunately, we talked about this a while back, but he doesn't, he was upset that kind of became his known for thing. But the song is really good.
Oh,
If you analyze it from a songwriting standpoint.
Yes.
And this is true of
and he probably
most
is just upset with the lyrics, probably. I bet he thinks that could be better. I think
the lyrics are awesome, though.
Yeah, but I bet he thinks they could be better in his mind. You know, but now we see it as an iconic song. It's hard to look back like that. But when you're a writer, you know what I mean? You write something like that along those lines, it's just kind of cheeky and not so deep. Like maybe you don't take as much pride in something as that is, well, you wrote a ballad or something like that. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, you're going to have your preferences of like, oh, well, why don't they like the new thing I did?
Or not even just a new thing, but the thing that I really like, the thing is my thing, I think is my best work, and then everybody likes this other song. I don't know
if we've ever talked about this on the show, or even me and you have talked about this, but there's something cool I thought about that I heard someone say, I don't know who. When you're a creative person, once you release something, you only own half of it.
Yeah, it's
It's not yours anymore.
You're giving it away.
Yeah, so it's not yours to say what is good, what is bad, what could have been better, what could have,
Right. It's out there, and it's now the public has an understanding of what it is, and it'll always be that. And if you go back and change it now, people most likely are not going to like.
Well,
that.
it belongs to them.
Who goes
because
back
they
and changes music?
Yeah,
who does that?
It's not good.
P Diddy,
AC/DC did some of that, didn't they?
Who's doing it? No,
I don't think they actually re-recorded it, but they would put songs on multiple albums. I did notice that.
I'm thinking Kanye. Kanye is what I'm thinking of. Who apparently, there's not even physical like copies. I guess of fuck. Nah, that can't be right. I'm just thinking like nowadays that like people sell CDs as much anymore. Like Kanye's definitely not putting out a CD like that he released in 2000 or whatever. It's all just digital, but they remaster it and remix it and do all these things.
That's not the same as re-recording it.
And I was thinking of though is the fact that you can never get that with this digital age with no physical copy. You can never go back and get that original version. Somebody can go back and change their art, re-upload it on streaming sites. And then you'll never be able to get that again unless you downloaded it and
it depends, but the thing's probably not gone. It's probably still on, album.
There's got to be a way for you to download it, or whatever. Right? There's something a way to download.
You release another, you redo Strife and put it on the next album. The first album's still going to be there. You're not going to erase it.
Yeah, but I think that's what Kanye's doing. I think he redid some of the songs. And
I don't know what he's doing, and it wouldn't surprise me. But
I heard that, and I was like, kind of. Like it got my gears turning on what that could mean for the future.
So
I guess
he's coming from the idea that he owns his art, which I understand. It makes perfect sense. Most people would think that.
That is
I own my art. I will control what you hear.
That's a natural
To,
inclination.
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
But I think really when you release a song, let's just talk music because that's what this is.
Yeah.
I think it applies to all art, though. When you release a song, it's no longer really yours. Because if I release Peace of Mind with my band and you listen to it and it really helps you through a dark time, well, that's yours. That's your thing to hold on to.
You own that feeling. You own that memory, all of it, right?
I don't know, what that song did for you. I don't know how you took it. Yeah. I don't know any of that stuff. But it doesn't matter because it's yours. It's not mine.
You put it in your playlist. You put it in your. It's like becomes your thing that you can carry around and listen to when you want to listen to.
Which is another. I guess argument for the perfectionism conversation that kind of goes here at the podcast is you kind of owe it to the world to release your work. Mm-hmm. If you never release it, there could be someone out there who really needs to hear that song you're working on that you think isn't quite there.
Right. It's selfish to not release it. So that's definitely the thing. Like if you wait 8 years, not many names, but if you wait 8 years to release an album, just because you're not happy with it, that's you're holding yourself. You're the one that's deciding that it shouldn't be out. Like they don't have an option. Once it's out, then they can decide if they like it or not. So it's all just a give and take. I think it's like how long are you willing to wait or hold on to your music? Because eventually you just got to put it out, and it's gonna. Yeah, all that little stuff that you scrutinized and all criticized.
The lick you thought was crappy that the producer convinced you to stay in is like 10 people's favorite part of the song. That kind of stuff happens all the time. Yep. Here's a good example of re-recording stuff. Journey, when they got their new singer Arnel Pineda, which was like 2008, it was a while ago. I think Walmart gave them an exclusive deal for their next album. So an all-original album. The album was pretty good, and Arnel has a beautiful voice.
Yeah,
but they would only do it if Journey would agree to go back and re-record like their hits. So let me actually show you what I'm
talking about. Did they do that?
Oh, yeah. I'll show you what happened here. Journey. All Apple Music.
And you already said he has a great voice. It's not,
Arnel's phenomenal.
But I bet it was received poorly.
For sure. So Revelation was the album here. So check it out. There's 2 discs. So here is the original part, 1 through 11. And Like a Sunshower, by the way, is a phenomenal song. You should definitely listen to that song.
Check it out.
Okay, then they went back and re-recorded Only the Young, Don't Stop Believing, Wheel in the Sky, Faithfully, Any Way You Want It, Who's Crying Now, Separate Ways, Lights,
all those major hits. Major hits that are burned into people's memories.
Every single one of these was like... Journey is one of those bands that has... I honestly don't know that I could name another rock band that has as many hits as Journey.
Guns N' Roses.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
The biggest 3 they have are Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Child of Mine, Paradise City. After that, it's a steep drop off to the next hit.
As far as like who knows, yeah.
And then like what would the next hit even be? Could you name it?
Could I name the next hit? Would be like November Rain.
Probably
Don't
November
Cry.
Rain. Don't Cry would be on there, but I think Patience would be above
You Could Be Mine.
You Could Be Mine would be on there below probably those.
You think? You Could Be Mine was in Terminator, remember?
Yeah, but that wasn't.
And it's on the radio. I hear it on the radio.
Oh yeah, now, but I don't think. I think a lot of people know it. But actually, I was playing it at church this morning. But one of my musicians was like,
it's hard to decide what a hit is. I mean, like it's a very different thing.
You have to go by popularity. So this is actually a good, what is popularity? So here's the thing I like to use.
Okay.
This is a really fun experiment. So you go to Billboard charts. Let's type. I forget if we can do this, but let's just type Guns N' Roses. It'll tell you what song was it, what ranking at what time. Literally hard data telling you which song is the best.
Okay.
Best is not the right word. Most popular.
Sure.
Guns N' Roses chart history. Maybe I was on the wrong Billboard. All right, chart history. Yeah, here you go.
Okay, cool.
So you can get here. So there you go. Sweet Child of Mine, number 1. So there you go. Technically, November Rain is bigger than Paradise City and Welcome to the Jungle.
We know that because they said that they were the first band in the 90s to have gotten a billion views on YouTube. And Sweet Child of Mine came in after that from the 80s. And it was so interesting that the November Rain beat it, but we thought because
all
of that
resurgence would have been from that, from the tour, of course.
Yeah, right. Their YouTube resurgence for sure. But why November Rain happened first? And
look at this. There's nothing.
Yeah, that was on the Greatest Hits album. That's why that's there. Yep.
So the biggest, and so was this one.
We're talking about Sympathy for the Devil, by the way.
Sympathy for the Devil, and I'm moving the mouse.
Since I don't have
you know what we need to consider that I didn't think about.
We need to read out loud what we're talking about.
We probably made this mistake a lot in the last couple podcasts.
We haven't done too much.
We've moved video. But we still have audio listeners.
Yes.
So we got to remember that.
That's a good point. So
okay,
Sympathy for the Devil.
We're looking at the chart history for Guns N' Roses. If you're confused or interested, hit us up on YouTube and check out where we're at. But Sweet Child of Mine was peaked at number 1 on September 10th, 1988. So that was their biggest hit by far. We all know that.
Can we compare? Can we pull up Journey on the side here and just kind of look and see? Yeah, maybe we pull up 2 tabs here and
can't type.
Look at Junri.
Junri chart history. That's the tribute band, right? Junri.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. So how many we got? 25 songs.
I don't know that Journey had a number 1.
What's Guns say on the? Let's just look at right on the top. It says hits right there or songs. 6 top 10
0 number 1 hits, but 6 top 10 hits.
Okay.
6 top 10 hits, but 1 number 1
look
hit.
at that.
Okay.
And then 13
so
songs though. But then look at Journey's 25 or 23 songs.
That's the
25
difference.
songs.
That's the difference.
Because there's what you're thinking of. That number of that they've had like even considered for the charts, kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just think like. You could play an entire set of Journey songs that everyone knows every single word. I don't know that you could do that with Guns N' Roses.
Oh, for me, it's so hard for me to decide that because I know every one of the Guns N' Roses songs, but I don't know all Journey songs. So
that's true. And I was in the Journey tribute, so I know that a little bit better.
Right.
But like being objective, like Night Train's not a huge hit. It's a hit, but it's not a huge hit.
Yeah,
it's so easy.
It's a rock song.
Not even on this list.
Yeah, it's just too rock and roll for a hit.
Out to Get Me. Most of Appetite, honestly, not on this list.
Just too rock and roll.
We only have Sweet Child, Paradise City, and Jungle, and then you get way down here to number 93, Night Train.
Yeah.
And that was
and Chinese Democracy. I mean, like
also it's worth noting this.
Interesting that even made it.
We said
maybe because of the 8-year wait. Like why is Chinese Democracy on there?
True.
Kind of crazy.
But it's pretty cool that you see a band chart years and years and years, decades after they came out.
Oh, it's crazy.
So it's also worth noticing pretty much every song on this list is on their greatest hits album. And that is, you might say, of course, except for Since I Don't Have You, not a big song by them. The only reason it's on this list is probably because it was on that album. And Sympathy for the Devil's not on any album except
on the greatest hits. Yeah,
meaning that people just buy greatest hits.
Exactly.
So that's why they're missing
Interview
all the
with
cool
the
songs.
Vampire.
That was the movie.
Oh, so that's why it came out. Maybe.
And the Sympathy for the Devil's a Rolling Stones song,
right? Yeah,
although their version
blows
a cover
compared
to this one.
Yeah, I mean, like we were just
really
talking
bad,
about before the podcast, how there's a few people who just anything they do is they're going to make it better than the original, and then there's a few people who will do a song. And you'll be like, why even do that? Like, why would you do that? We were talking about, all right, so the Lizzie Hale cover album, right? Amazing. Yeah. It's awesome. She's awesome. The album's good.
Well, it's
she should
not Lizzie Hale, but yeah, it's her band.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. But anyways, I'm thinking of her voice specifically on these covers, right? And her voice is great. But why do Guns N' Roses? I don't understand that. Do you think you're going to better Axl? Do you think you're going to be Axl better than Axl? No, she's not. She doesn't think that. I'm not. I shouldn't say that.
If you do Guns, I think you have to go the other way and do like an acoustic thing or something like rework it in a way, something unique.
It's a different approach.
Now we cover Guns live. It's different.
Yeah. We do it so easy, which I feel like I can do, like not like to the.
That sounds good.
If it's just like a lower approach, because I don't have to try and be Axl Rose like on Out to Get Me.
Yeah, he's low.
They were doing Out to Get Me on the Hailstorm album,
and she does a good job. But again, it's just like.
It's so hard, man. It's so heavy.
Everyone that tries to cover Axl is missing one crucial thing, and that's the conviction.
The crazy
and people
conviction.
Don't realize that you can hear that.
Yeah.
And there's 2 examples I could give of local artists. I'm not, obviously, but there's 2 examples of local artists recently that I've been listening to their stuff, and I've been thinking, like, you don't even believe what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't get any conviction from this. This is like, you're just reading words and singing them with notes. Like, that's cool. You might have a nice voice.
Yes.
But you don't believe what you're saying. And I feel that. And that takes me totally out of it.
Absolutely. And that's 2 things that an artist has to do. They have to be technically proficient, and they also have to like be convincing, have the conviction.
So I wanted to point out, we said Sweet Child of Mine peaked at number 1 September 10th, 1988. This album came out in 87 in the summer, I think August, maybe September. So a full year later, they realized nowadays, because Taylor Swift's new song will be number 1 the day it comes out, and it'll stay number 1 for a couple weeks.
Also, because people were looking for it. People weren't looking for Guns N' Roses, and I think there was a lot of like people who didn't understand them at first because they came out. They were so hard and edgy. Like they had a lot, like the live show. Look at the
real,
YouTube.
authentic. Good words to use.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about how many songs on this of their 13? This is a good example. How many songs of their 13 are covers? Because I see 1, 2, 3.
Good point.
I see 3 covers, and I see.
But what do we know about Guns N' Roses
that were done for the movies?
But what we just were saying about Guns N' Roses, anything they do, they can make better. Like they just will.
Oh, you know what's really noticeably missing from this is "Knocking on Heaven's Door."
Oh, that is noticeably
That is probably their 4th biggest song, I would guess.
That never charted?
I guess not.
I mean, geez, like the Bob Dylan, like all those songs were so popular.
Yeah. These are the kind of things that I love seeing the hard data on this. You can't dispute with the fact that Patience peaked at number 4 on June 3rd,
What other bands?
1989.
Can we pull up some other bands?
I really wanted to do that in a second. Yeah, I was getting to that. But you can't dispute with that, right?
No, I agree.
So you and I could sit around all day and say, no, Knocking on Heaven's Door is a huge hit.
Right, trying to count
we look
up
on
the
here
hits.
and it's not. You know what I mean?
And it's hard to count them all up, especially for multiple bands. You're trying to remember all their hit songs. Like, you'll forget one for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Or you won't realize that November Rain, which is a
number 2.
lame piano ballad.
Right.
You're like, no way that was a hit, dude.
We're all subject to our
it's like,
biases.
bro, it's the second biggest song on the list. Like,
right. Sorry, so what other bands?
Well, I want to see where Jungle and Paradise
What about
City.
Metallica?
This surprises me. Paradise
7.
Jungle was below Paradise City. All right, let's check out Metallica.
Doesn't surprise me because
did they ever chart though?
Yeah,
I'm sure
Black
they
Album
did,
is a huge album. It's probably not that huge. At 16. See, we're looking
but
at
only one broke the top 10.
Right, there you go.
And that would have been Enter Sandman wasn't even in the top 10.
That's the number 16.
So there you go. Until It Sleeps is number 10.
Why is Enter Sandman above it right now? Like, is it time? What's the...
No, they don't seem to be in any particular order.
Oh,
really.
so this is just a list of hit songs.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
They don't seem to be in particular order. The dates, they're not in date order. They're not in number order. And they're not in alphabetical.
As long as it's a number. We need that top number is all we need is that kind of, that right there
This right
tells us
here?
what we need to know. Who else? What other bands? Beatles. Which is kind of crazy because different era. Like we've jumped backwards a little bit, but they obviously spent
the history, like, so 71 songs, 20 number 1 hits, 34 top.
But it was a different time, man. Everything they came out with was a hit because they were the
and they
Beatles.
only had to compete with like 4 bands.
Exactly.
Like,
You're being sarcastic, obviously, but or what's the word? When you stretch the truth?
Hyperbolic.
So smart. All right, so yes, hyperbolic when you say that like they had 4 songs or 4 bands to compete with. They didn't have, they had a lot of bands to compete with, but it was a different time. They were the only rock band. They were like the only other, only people doing what they were doing.
And the Beatles actually, Paul McCartney and John Lennon as a songwriting duo have the most number 1 hits, I believe, out of anyone ever.
Yeah.
Closely followed by Max Martin.
I think I just saw that on some trivia show. Just
Max
randomly.
Martin might have actually passed him because
Okay,
he's still doing stuff.
Who else do you challenge? Beatles? Anybody got better?
I don't think anyone beats the Beatles. But
nobody?
I don't think so.
How about?
Can you name a bigger band? Rolling Stones?
They definitely don't beat the Beatles.
Yeah, no way.
But they are big.
They're coming to Charlotte.
I know, man.
Are
There's all those messages they're putting on all the digital screens. I'd like to go.
Oh, not
too far off.
They might have. Well, no, not the Beatles. The Beatles
what
had
about
21
Led
hits.
Zeppelin? I don't think they're chart toppers.
I don't really charted.
Yeah, I don't think they're really chart toppers. Just trying to think of like iconic rock bands.
Yeah, not at all.
1 top 10. Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Who was the top? Stairway, probably.
Whole Lot of Love, number 4.
Sorry. So Stairway to Heaven is even on this list? Where is it?
Well, they stole it, so they took it back.
Yeah,
Whatever
we
it
didn't
was.
know that until like last year.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they could have changed it. It's just the internet.
so there you go. Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin's biggest song by a mile, not even on this list.
That's crazy.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Do we question the validity of this?
We might have to. I mean, what if they just didn't update it all the way?
If I said Led Zeppelin and I asked what is their most famous song, what was your first answer?
My favorite's Whole Lot of Love, so I'm glad to see it. But yes, Stairway to Heaven, I would say.
It's got to be Stairway to Heaven, right?
I would say. Yeah.
Every human alive would say that.
Yeah, because everybody knows
surprising
it.
to
Like
me.
when you, yeah.
What else you got? Let's look at like Taylor Swift.
Okay, some just pop influence or something, some different stuff here. What about Prince, bro?
Prince is a great one. She has 103 songs. She's only 1 behind the Beatles for number 1 hits.
Crazy.
And she has way more top 10 hits. And way more songs.
But it's a different genre, so let's just like,
Well, we're not talking about genre. We're just talking about bigness.
Yeah, I guess. Just
what did you
music
say,
in
Prince?
general. To be a rock band and have that many hits is pretty impressive. And the Beatles are like, moderate rock.
So 2 number ones. What would those be? Purple Rain, probably.
Yeah, Purple Rain's got to be. That's the one, man. Number 2, actually. Number 2 is Purple Rain, not number 1.
Okay. Well, number 1 is Bat Dance. I don't even know that song.
I can't believe Purple Rain only got number 2.
Raspberry Beret, number 2. Nice.
Okay.
What's the other number 1?
I don't see it. That's at top. Number 3.
It says 2 number 1 hits, but I'm only seeing the 1.
See, here we go. What's going on here? Are they not showing everything? Wait.
There's more to load.
There's more to loading. Okay. Because
why don't they put these in some kind of order? I still don't see it, though. Also, they all look like they came from the same album, which I think is one of his greatest hits.
They mess that shit up, too, sometimes.
Number 3, Sign of the Times. Number 2, Raspberry Beret. We said that already.
Bad Dance is number 1. And what's the other one?
I don't see it.
That's crazy.
I don't see the other
2 number 1 hits.
But it's only showing 1.
Wait.
Are there even more?
Dude.
Well, no, I was just down here. We just did this.
But this keeps loading more. Scroll down more. It just keeps loading more.
Black Sweat. Nice. Number 60.
Well, I don't know why it's doing this. There's only one number 1 on there.
Well, maybe we can't fully trust this.
Maybe
source,
we can't.
This is Billboard, literally the place that does the charts.
Right, that does the chart thing.
So Taylor Swift is the one to beat at this point. Although the Beatles have one more number 1
What about
hit.
Justin Bieber? He's the only big, super crazy person I could think of. And Kanye. I want to see what Kanye's numbers are.
Okay. Who else is super big?
Gaga.
That's true. So Bieber has 11 number 1s. Dude,
that's crazy.
Can you imagine having 11 number 1s? That's when you know you're good. Because you have one number 1, you could be like a one-hit wonder.
But isn't it just
fluke,
people? He's not writing his music. He's right. He's just a guy singing the songs.
He's always involved. No, he always writes.
Oh,
for sure. Same with Taylor Swift. She writes all her songs.
Okay. I thought he was one of those puppet guys.
No.
Okay.
They all have help. But.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to collaboration and whatnot, obviously, but I think that you should have a hand in what you're singing.
Kanye West, less than Bieber.
See? And this motherfucker gets on stage and knocks Taylor Swift out of the way to get to talk about Beyonce. Which, by the way, let's put Beyonce on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Who are you retard? Come on. I hate to use the R word, but bring it back.
Not even close.
Bringing it back.
Not even close.
Not even close, huh? Damn. But maybe that's what Kanye was trying to say, is that he felt like she was,
So the only person we found that has more number 1 hits than the Beatles right now, or even close, rather,
is Taylor
Swift. They have 20 and she has 19.
Yeah. So nobody's beaten 20
but she has, let's compare. Okay, let's compare Beatles to Taylor Swift. Ready? We'll go through the numbers.
We could probably just Google this, who's got the most number 1 hits.
That's true. I bet it's the Beatles. We'll do that in a second. 20 number 1 hits for the Beatles, 19 number 1 hits for Taylor Swift. Here's where it gets fun. 34 top 10 hits for the Beatles, 50 for Taylor Swift. 71 songs charted for the Beatles,
right?
103 for Taylor Swift.
That's pretty impressive.
Dude, can we even write 103 songs? Have you ever even written 103 songs? Let alone 103 songs that charted.
Weren't we just talking about that last week with Richie Kotzen's 50 for 50 album? How crazy that is to release that much music. It's so much of your life and your soul coming out of you. You know what I mean? When you write songs, I feel
we didn't think about Madonna or Michael Jackson.
That's an interesting.
We gotta look up Michael Jackson now.
Okay. Michael Jackson Billboard chart history.
I love these rabbit holes. Let's see.
Sure.
Okay, not as much as Taylor Swift, but still pretty good. 13 number 1 hits.
Yeah.
30 top 10 hits, 51. So it's interesting to know that one of the artists alive working now is bigger than a lot of the legends that we've ever known.
That is interesting. Who knew how big Taylor Swift was? Can we do Gaga?
I bet Ed Sheeran's similar to
her. What about Gaga?
Yeah,
Sheeran, yeah. Well, he's a writer too. How many songs he's written?
That's a good point. So this is just him.
Right.
A lot of his songs, like Justin Bieber had "Love Yourself," which was written by Ed Sheeran. And I don't know that was a number 1 hit, but that definitely charted.
Right.
2017.
Look,
summer,
it's got Eminem on there,
but that's his song.
Featuring him. Okay.
Yeah, it's Ed's song, or at least released by.
Right. It was featuring.
So
him.
Ed pales in comparison to the other ones right now.
Yeah.
He got some money.
Gaga. Let's see what she's got, because I'm kind of curious. She's kind of, I don't know, been quiet lately. I haven't really seen a lot from her.
That's true. She has a lot probably on here though.
Adele maybe.
4 number 1s.
She doesn't have enough music out, I don't think. Adele's probably got 3 albums, 4 albums.
I mean, she's definitely got hits though.
Definitely hits, but I wonder how many.
Nah, not as many. As
a lot of people we're comparing to have 20 albums out. You know what I mean? Yeah, she got 6 top 10s.
I mean, she hits hard though, because she has 13 songs charting and 4 of them.
Definitely hits hard. Definitely hits
Jesus.
hard. We know that. I'm not saying that, but I think she's just not. She's not going to have the numbers because she doesn't have the lungs.
Someone Like You, of course, and Hello. Yeah, the 4 I would guess. Were the number ones. Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
let's go back to who has the most number 1 hits. Which artists have the most number 1 hits? Trivia genius. This is definitely reliable.
Oh, yeah.
Madonna, 12. Michael Jackson, 13. Rihanna, 14. Mariah Carey, 18. The Beatles, 20.
And how old is
so
this? When was this last updated? Because Taylor Swift's not even on the list.
That's true. It says 6/27/19.
Interesting. Why is Taylor Swift not on
Taylor
there?
Swift has
Rihanna
19.
above.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she got a lot of them recently. I don't know.
I don't know. That's weird. Anyways.
Sources are not always the most reliable, but check this out. Max Martin, famous songwriter. You don't know him, but look at all the stuff.
You don't know him.
You don't. No one does.
Like Richie Kotzen, kind of.
Check
Like,
this
if
out.
it weren't for us talking about him all the time.
Here's his approximate income.
Yeah.
That's so much. Jesus.
That's crazy.
So
Ed Sheeran's got huge numbers too, like that.
the only
we should talk about it, by the way, because we're not saying what it is. You're highlighting him, but the listeners aren't going to know.
Okay, here you go. He has the
260 million.
second most Hot 100 number 1 singles as a producer, 22.
Behind George Martin.
Yeah. Martin is a songwriter with the 3rd most number 1 singles. So Paul 1, John Lennon 2, and then he's 3.
Jeez.
So
that's crazy.
And then he also has so many as a producer as well. So producer and songwriter, 2 different things.
Yeah. Do you know who Harmar
right
Superstar is?
Look through all the people he's worked with.
Yeah.
So we have
all the
Backstreet
big
Boys,
numbers.
Britney Spears, Celine Dion, Kelly Clarkson. And by the way, he writes the songs that you know by these people.
Yes.
Like, I Want It That Way, he wrote it. That's one of the reasons it doesn't make sense, because he's Swedish and doesn't speak a lot of English.
I did not know
Usher, Avril Lavigne, Jessie J, Katy Perry, Christina Aguilera, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande.
Yeah. Look up real quick another comparison of a guy who's little known, Harmar Superstar.
How do you spell that?
HARMAR Superstar. And I don't know what his real name is. We need to find his real name. So this is his own, like, his persona, but he actually was a writer for a bunch of these pop stars. I just want to like look it up real quick.
Okay.
Is there like associated acts maybe, or I'm trying to? See, the problem is this is his. Yeah, but the problem is this is his music name. I need to know his real name. What's his real name?
Tillman.
There you go. Look at him up, or click on that link right there, and let's see what that says, because that's gonna have a big list of all the songs he's worked on.
Well, I mean, it's the same Wikipedia link. His name is gonna bring.
Oh shit! So
you can look up the discography. There you go.
Okay, what has he got though? I thought this is like his music though. I'm talking about like what he wrote for other people. Mm-hmm. Where do you find his like ghostwriting credits, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, not ghostwriting, but just writing credits.
Just writing credits, I guess.
Ghostwriting you wouldn't find probably.
Right, maybe he ghostwrites more than it. I don't know. That's what I always knew about him though. He's like, he writes pop songs. Like when you listen to this,
he's written songs for the Cheetah Girls, Jennifer Lopez, Kelly, or
there you go,
Ben Adams.
There you go. So he's like a little known, but dude, if you watch his videos, it's so funny. He's like, he's a big guy, just wears a Speedo all the time, and he's like dancing around like a madman.
That's funny.
It's awesome, dude. And he sings like Tall Boy. He wrote for Britney Spears, but he made it his song when they rejected it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he sings it now. It's a Britney Spears song.
That's insane.
That's so funny.
Where can we find his discography? His production discography has an entire wiki dedicated to it. So here's all his number 1s.
Sorry, moving your mic.
So we probably know all these. Baby One More Time, It's Gonna Be Me. Let me say the artist too. Baby One More Time, Britney Spears, It's Gonna Be Me, NSYNC. I Kissed a Girl, Katy Perry.
So What, Pink.
So What, Pink. My Life Would Suck Without You, Kelly Clarkson. 3, Britney Spears. I don't know that one.
Yeah.
California Girls with Katy Perry.
Featuring Snoop Dogg.
Teenage Dream, Katy Perry. Raise Your Glass, Pink.
Yep.
So a lot of female artists so far.
Yeah, that's interesting too. It doesn't seem to like lean towards female artists, but Justin Timberlake down there, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Hold It Against Me,
The
Britney
Weeknd.
Spears, E.T., Katy Perry, a lot of Katy Perry. TGIF, Katy Perry. Pardon me, Katy Perry, Jesus. One More Night, Maroon 5. We're Never Getting Back Together. That's a good song. I like that one a lot. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost pop punk, that song, if that's the one I'm thinking of.
What does it say right there? Those I highlighted and it popped up.
Roar, Katy Perry, Dark Horse, Shake It Off, Wow, Blank Space, and Bad Blood. So the biggest 3 from that album, which was an insane album.
Yeah.
Can't Feel My Face and Can't Stop the Feeling. Both those are in our set.
Right. What
did you say here?
I don't know.
It just gives you like a little...
Does it say anything what it is though? Co-wrote the song with
The
it?
song? No, it just gives you
it doesn't say if it's a rock
song. But if you go to the
anything.
song, you can go to like...
Oh, yeah.
Personnel.
Of course.
It'll tell you.
Dude, Wiki is such a fucking net of information.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Wikipedia game? I've never played it, but I want to play it.
Sounds familiar. What is it?
Basically, it's like you give 2 people 2 things. Like, say I give you...
like you can only get to another thing by finding something else?
Well, let me explain.
Okay.
So like I give you banana bread and World War II.
Okay.
And you have to start on the Wikipedia page for banana bread and click links until you get to World War II.
Oh, that's
and
it.
Whoever gets
I have
there,
heard of that. I
whoever
remember
gets there
that
first
now.
wins.
Yeah, I remember that now. Okay.
So there you go. Max Martin. So she writes. Writer.
and using only links, so you have to just like keep clicking on things that you think are going to get you there, like some kind of connection.
Yeah, like if I was given John Lennon, and then I needed to get to keyboards, which is not hard.
Is there? Yeah, right. Is there a game? Is the game based on how many clicks it takes to get there, or is it based on the time?
Guess time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Maybe clicks would be an interesting.
Because that would be an interesting. Because you'd be more efficient rather than just like click as fast as you can going around.
True. They'd be two different battles for sure.
It would be. So I don't know. It'd be a fun game to play, even if we played it on here and like timed ourselves. Like, all right, Dallas, you have to get from John Lennon to Katy Perry. I don't know. If you did like music and music, it would be
things
easy.
That are like way
so
different. Like
the Atlantic
microwave,
Ocean. Right,
and atom,
right, and atom.
That's actually still pretty.
Yeah, you might be able to get that. Atom fucking uses microwaves.
Or here you go, like microwave, and then like some sort of famous person, like I don't know, like a sea level fan, like Adam Devine. Or
there you go.
Adam Devine is actually.
Oh man, he's gonna be happy you called him sea level.
Yeah, he'd probably laugh. He knows he is. He's also got a great sense of humor about himself.
Of course he does. He seems really down to earth. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, awesome dude. Met him many times.
Have you?
Good friend. No,
yeah,
never met him.
Shook his hand a lot of times.
Cool dude. Shook his hand 15 times. It's like, how did you, how are you in a situation to shake his hand 15 times?
Yeah, and I'm counting.
So we've been talking for a minute, but let's talk about a little weekend review. What you have going on this weekend?
Oh, this weekend I did, obviously I had band practice. Stop doing those. Those are so sad. So sad. We're not getting paid.
Let's do another LaCroix ad.
No, it's not. Anyways, listen. Here's what happened this weekend. Now you've thrown me off with your LaCroix.
By the way, if you're just listening, I encourage you to check out the YouTube to see what we've done with the place.
I thought you were going to make another LaCroix plug.
And also, if you're just listening, this podcast is brought to you by LaCroix.
Stop it. All right.
LaCroix.
Back to the weekend review. Nothing happened this weekend. End of story. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice. Cool. All right. Well, I'll go. No.
We had a good band practice writing session. And then also last night was Mad Masha Party. That was cool.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
That was cool, man.
We started to, but then we got busy doing other stuff.
Yes. So what that is essentially it's a it feels a lot like a Halloween party, but it's a horror convention, horror movies and all things kind of horror.
Where is it?
Convention. They always have it at like a hotel lobby, and they just take over the whole lobby
like a
and
convention
the
center
ballroom.
almost. Yeah.
No, just like the ballroom of a lobby,
okay,
and they
cool.
and then they put a tent outside.
Does it get like out of control though?
Yeah, it gets pretty fun. I mean, all the people there are pretty fun people. They like to let loose, and they're all dressed up in costumes. So
I like when people say like let loose and blow off some steam when really they mean get fucking wasted and vomit behind a trash can.
Yeah,
it's
you know what I'm talking
that's
about.
not letting loose.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
not
about.
Blowing off steam.
I love it.
That's fucking assaulting your liver. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to teach your liver who's boss.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll put whatever I want down there.
There you go.
Anyways,
I'll fucking show you.
No, we have everybody has a really good time. And it's like at the end when it gets late at night, that's when it gets really fun, where everybody's just obviously getting more drunk, and there's like a costume contest. There's a burlesque show. They used to have bands there, which was awesome. Like we saw a Pantera tribute band there when Phil Anselmo was actually there doing meet and greets. Huh?
Were they called Domination?
They were called
Cowboys from Hell.
Dude, I can't remember. It's been so long. It was like 3 years ago.
Cemetery Gates.
I forget what
definitely one.
It was like fucking hostile or something or something.
There you go.
Who knows? It's one of the song names. But yeah, they were.
That's what we did. Where anything goes.
Strength beyond
pick
strength.
a song name.
It is. It's easy enough. I mean, or album title. Anyways, they were okay, but the cool thing was we got to meet Phil Anselmo, and he did not go up and sing with them.
That's lame.
Yeah, we saw him.
Wait, this was
we
in
saw
Charlotte?
the band ask him if he would do it.
What is Phil Anselmo doing at a party in Charlotte? Just like a random party?
Their appearances. They do. They're paid to do appearances.
Oh, you told me about this.
Yes.
So this is like a big thing.
It is
almost like a convention.
Oh yeah, it's almost like a convention. They just do it in a hotel lobby.
You said he was like sitting at a booth or something.
Exactly.
I remember this story, but I didn't know that's where it was from.
And he was basically asking for, or not asking. He was taking money for pictures and whatever, like I don't know, whatever you get from an autograph, I guess. Yeah,
that's.
I did not do that. I went up to him and I told him, I said, hey man, I don't have any money. I just want to let you know, man, I appreciate all the music. Just like everything he's been a part of, I've dug and have always listened to. So
yeah,
I feel like I owed it to him because he's right there. But he was really heartfelt about it. He like shook my hand and like he's like, have a good show. I was like, all right, I think you think that we're in the band. We're not in the band.
It's just your long hair.
But I took it. Yeah, but I took it as a way, and I was just like, you know what? I am gonna have a good show. The next show I have, I'm gonna think about the time that Phil Anselmo.
I think he meant life. I'm gonna have a good life.
Totally.
I'm gonna have a good
Just take it how you want it. Sorry, I keep bumping your mic. My water's in a bad spot.
Because it's got this big tail coming off of it.
Yeah, we need better mics.
There's not really a better way to do it. Yeah, we need those little.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna make those. We talked about that. I'm gonna make those little stands.
It needs to be just this.
Yeah, no post or no boom.
Right, just straight up mic, like right there, and maybe a little.
That won't thread onto there, will it? Because maybe we could just do that anyways. We've been doing this wrong the whole time.
Now that's interesting.
Let's try it.
Yeah, we'll try it when we're done here, I guess.
No, let's do it right now.
I'm tempted to try it right now.
No, yeah, I want to do it right now.
Okay. I'll do it right now.
You will?
You gotta.
I gotta hold the show.
What's the word? Shit.
Stall.
No,
stall.
what's the word? Not stall. It's the political word. Patton Oswalt does one in Parks and Rec.
Oh man, I don't know. Monologue?
Not sequester.
Sequester.
Sequester is when a jury is stuck because one jury won't. Shit. I'll have to look it up.
I have to hold the show.
I'm gonna remember it in a minute.
Hold the show. I don't even know if this comes off there actually. Okay, it does.
Now you have both mics.
Oh shit! Now I'm in stereo. Dallas doesn't have any mic, and I'm on both mics. What do you guys think of that? It's all right. So, anyways, if we get these, this will be a lot less clutter on the screen. Or actually, not. It's not on the screen, but this thing's really on here.
You were the two that love to over tighten stuff.
Nah, over tighten is okay. Here, take your mic.
Over tighten is not a thing.
No, there's no such thing.
All right. Anyway, what's up, guys?
There's really tight.
It's really on there.
Okay,
huh?
so that needs to be tight first.
I think it might actually work though. It looks like it will.
I think you glued it on there.
I did not. That just came that way. Did you get it? Matt's so strong,
No.
you guys.
No, I'm not.
Oh, Matt's weak as fuck.
Hang on a second. It did loosen a little bit.
Okay,
but
Matt's strong, you guys.
It doesn't want to back to strong again.
We're back to strong.
But I'm not sure what.
Did you do it? It looks like you did
Oh, I
it.
did it.
Nice. Matt's strong as fuck.
Yeah, I'm just not.
We landed
very
on
smart.
fuck.
I'm strong. I'm just not very smart. Now the question is it the same thread
Does
size?
it work? Yeah, I can't think.
But it looks
of
like it is
that
because they both
word.
got the same disc on them.
I'm gonna put this mic down.
No. Put it in this hole.
Okay. Oh, put the mic on the hole.
You got the little sleeve and everything.
Dude, if this works, this is brilliant.
Oh my god, we've been dealing with this thing for no reason.
No way.
Get it
works
outta here.
perfectly.
All right, that's out of here. We don't need that. Chalice, what were
Now
we
look
thinking?
what we made.
What was I thinking?
You guys seen the new Star Wars? There's a scene where
I still have
Palpatine
not.
says, "Look what you have made."
I feel so embarrassed that I
That's what I
still
feel
have
now.
not. I was gonna go watch
Gotta go
it.
see it.
I was gonna. Oh, okay. All right. Look at
I
that.
can't believe we've been podcasting for 2 years
With these
with
things.
these mic stands, and we've never thought about it. Now it is a little annoying here.
Yeah. Hopefully our signals on
You
all
can't
crackly.
you can't move it as much.
Well, you need more cable.
I need more cable. Yeah, I'm gonna slide.
Here, actually, you could take my cables longer.
Well, we're in the middle of podcasting here, bro.
I know. I'm not gonna unplug it.
We've already done all of the
All right.
finagling that we can do.
All right.
Just the camera here. All right. Well, we'll toy with this little guy for a minute. This feels weird. I kind of miss the old one.
You missed the old one? That's so
No, it's fine. I
sentimental,
just gotta get
Dallas.
used to it.
You're so sentimental. Ooh, it's warming up in here.
It's super hot.
These red lights
what
are
was I
cool.
gonna
I mean,
look up
orange lights
for?
are cool.
I just have to remember this word.
Word, yeah. Patton Oswalt, Star Wars.
Filibuster.
Filibuster. That's right. I was supposed to filibuster. But that's something where you're actually just burning time because you know there's only 8 hours in a day. So you literally burn time to you never get around to talking about what the people want to talk about. That is the worst thing in the whole world.
You don't yield your time so that the time runs out and they can't get to whatever you don't want them to get to. So in their case, in that Parks and Rec episode, it was a vote on something that Patton Oswalt's character didn't want done. So he would not yield his time, and he did that by just talking about Star Wars for. And there's an uncut version of it where it's like 6-7 minutes of him just like
I'm sure
word vomiting random
off.
Star Wars stuff.
Right.
In the episode, it's very, very short. It's
right,
like
because
20
they
seconds,
make it look like a time lapse thing.
Yeah, but you can go watch the end, and he's going on and on and on and on
It's
and on
so
for like
funny.
6-7 minutes, and then finally he just runs out of steam, and everyone just laughs and starts clapping.
Yeah, because he's got all the information in there. He can let it out.
Yeah,
Like Kevin
but
Smith could do that shit.
He's going nuts. He's literally talking about like how Boba Fett's gonna find the Infinity Stone glove, and like that's our key to combining the Marvel universe with the Star Wars universe. And then like that's where it cuts in the show, I think.
That's awesome.
But it's just like
That's a good way to filibuster. You think they do that shit in Congress?
Oh, all the time. That's where it comes from.
But
yeah.
I mean the Star Wars part.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you a little something about Star Wars.
There's another episode of Parks, and the reason filibuster comes up so much in Parks is because it's a government show. But it's she filibusters by literally just like reading her favorite children's books.
Right, exactly. I remember that. And there's also one where she reads the Hillary Clinton book, I think, or something like that. She starts like, I need to read you something from Hillary Clinton. Everybody's like, no.
I don't know that.
I don't think that was a filibuster, but I think filibuster. I think that was more of a something she was just like, I need to tell you guys something.
Cute little mic stand.
Because isn't Hillary Clinton her idol?
She idolizes Leslie Knope idolizes all women in government.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Or
It's any
women of power ever.
It's any woman,
particularly
in power.
government, because she loves her job. That's the whole joke.
Yep. Some
She's the
people
opposite
love
of
their
Ron
job.
Swanson.
I guess there are real people out there like that.
Yeah, I guess so. There we go. That's where I wanted it. We're back to where we started,
sweet.
ladies and gentlemen.
Sweet.
All right, my weekend review. What did I do this weekend?
Oh yeah, I forgot we're still doing that.
Did you say everything you wanted to say about Mad Monster?
I did. It was a fun time. You guys should always go to that. And it travels. It goes to all cities, major
it's like
cities.
a circus or a fair.
That's a good way to put it, Dallas. It's like a circus.
It's definitely a circus.
It's
Just
a
take one
Halloween
look around at the
circus.
people there.
A horror circus. Horror circus. Not a horror circus.
I'm kidding. I don't think I did anything this weekend, really. We have a big weekend next weekend. So that's next week. We're going to have a lot to talk about. We have our big show we've been building up to for months and months, and that is February 21st at Amos South End in Charlotte.
Yep.
If you're listening to this and you live in Charlotte and you want to see a cool rock show, go.
Guns N' Roses and the LA Maybe. You can't go wrong.
Yep. Yeah, we're opening for Guns N' Roses.
That's right.
It's going to be cool.
No, they are not opening for Guns N' Roses.
At Amos's.
At Amos's.
Still plenty of tickets left.
Dude, maybe that's the way you just promote it from now on.
Yeah,
Like, put it. See if you can hack into Guns N' Roses
just
website,
like-
add it to their tour list, and then nobody will even notice except for.
Oh my God, that's genius.
Dude, actually, everybody, the fans would notice immediately and flame them up. Be like, I can't believe you guys didn't mention you were playing at Amos's.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there'd be 10,000
Tickets sold out the day before you could even figure out that it wasn't really Guns N' Roses.
Sold
tickets
out.
be sold out.
Because there's only 750 we got to sell. Dude, the website, Amos's website would crash.
Dude, that's so funny. Yeah, it would. It can't handle that kind of traffic.
No.
And it would be on all like the Metal Injection news sites and stuff like that. Be like, oh my God, somebody just dropped Guns N' Roses playing
I wanted to know if a tribute band has ever had the balls to just use the name until they just got told not to use it.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean? Which would be pretty quick. But like you could probably do one show.
Yeah, you probably get away with it.
And then just change the name to Anything Goes, and now you have a bunch of fans.
Right. What if you did like, you know how we do Prep and Barium?
Right.
Like, what if you did Guns N Roses? Guns.
That'd be like the Spanish tribute to Guns N' Roses.
Right. Yeah, it does look very Spanish when
Guns
you put the
and
En.
Roses.
Guns El Roses.
Like just A-N-D. Like
El Guns and El Roses. Dude, like that's like the Bronx. They're a hardcore punk band. I've talked about them on the show before, but they do a mariachi band as their other side band, and it's more popular than the punk band now.
That's so crazy.
I love how they just called it Mariachi El Bronx, though. This is the Bronx, and this is the Mariachi El Bronx.
That is really
genius. And none of their albums are titled. They're just 1, 2, 3, and 4 in both bands.
So that's kind of like Zeppelin and Glenn Hughes tends to do that.
Mm-hmm. Some bands started doing it and then they went away. Like they started naming their albums, which I think is funny. Led Zeppelin was
you end up with like Dream Theater, where like their 8th or 7th album or whatever was their self-titled.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin will like they put out 1, 2, 3. Oh, Van Halen, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
it goes off the rails.
Or actually, no, after 4. Sorry, after 3.
3, yeah, they didn't do a 4.
Shit, I can't remember now. No. Sorry, it was after 2. It was 1, 2, Women and Children first.
Then 3.
Yeah. No, not 3. 3 came with Sammy Hagar, which is so crazy.
That right?
Yeah, they named a bunch of the. It was 1984. Remember, there's all those albums in there. Fair Warning.
Was 1984 not Sammy Hagar?
No, that was the last one with David Lee Roth before they.
What was on that
back.
album that I would know?
Jump.
Oh, okay.
Panama.
Yeah,
Panama. Yeah. So that was the last one before David Lee Roth left the band. Sammy Hagar came in. 5150 was the first album with Sammy Hagar, and that album rips.
Yeah, 5150 is awesome.
They say that album was written for David Lee Roth. Like it was like already like set up. It was going to be like a David Lee Roth record, and then Sammy Hagar came in and did his thing to it. And you know, I don't know if that counts.
That's got Best of Both Worlds on it, right? I really like that song.
Yep, Best of Both Worlds. Why Can't This Be Love? Like there's all these big hit songs. You know what? That's what we should have brought up on hit songs. Van Halen. How many hit songs they got? It's interesting because they're.
I don't think it's as many as you would think.
Nah, but
Jump was number
in
one.
the 70s though.
Jump
they were
was
so
number
big,
sure.
right? Yeah. Let's see. You know, it's like time period. I wonder. 47 songs, and then that's pretty good.
13
that's
number
better
one
than
is
I
pretty
thought.
damn good.
That's better than I thought.
It's way better than Guns N' Roses.
It's almost, dude. We're talking about like, yeah.
So Top of the World, that's a great one. That's the one that starts. And
look at the way they do this. I hate the way they do this shit. The same album cover or whatever. That's actually not an album cover. That's just a band pick.
That's true. Yeah.
The I'll Wait.
All right, number one, Me Wise Magic. What the fuck is that?
Is that? No, it's not Sammy. That's still.
Do you know that song?
Which one? Me Wise Magic. Never heard of it.
How is that number one?
And that's got to be a Sammy song.
How is that number one?
See, I'm questioning the validity. Yeah.
How is that?
Because it could be Sammy Hagar. I don't know if Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, but we would know that the Van Halen number one.
Dreams is a Hagar.
We know every single one. Run Around's great. That's Van Halen or Van Hagar.
Yeah, Right Now is Van Hagar.
Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do.
I'll Wait. That's DLR. That's the '84 album. So like those are the big songs for sure off of '84, like Hot for Teacher and you know.
Okay, this one, nope. It looked like it was in New.
Hot for Teacher only got to 56. That's crazy. I thought that song was huge.
I don't know this because it says 13 number one hits. I'm only counting like 5.
Yeah, where are they all at?
Tattoo, that's a cool one from the new album.
That's the new album, yeah, I love that. And that's just like the single of the album. So the singles, I guess.
I don't know about this one, dude. It says Me Wise Magic. What the fuck?
Do we even see 47 songs here? Is this 47 songs? Do you think?
I'm not counting, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That's 20 songs, maybe.
Yeah, there's no way. So we're missing some.
That could be 30 songs. There's definitely something missing. Oh, what do we got here? Maybe they're counting these. Oh no, the numbers changed completely when you moved it to 200.
Oh, you know what? We should have been looking at the Billboard 200. That's
Why is
like
that?
That's the charts.
Why?
That's like the charts that people use. The charts. The
what's the
Top
difference?
200.
Explain that, because
The Hot 100. I think that's like a different chart entirely.
Oh, okay. Like a Hot 100 could be.
So this makes more sense to me. Right now is number 2.
Maybe.
Right now.
Yeah. This has got the album covers. I already like the fact that it's got the album cover instead.
Oh, these are the albums.
Yeah.
These are just the albums.
Oh, just the albums. So that's the 200 list is only albums.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That's how the album.
Yeah, I love this one. The Fuck album.
Yeah. So what's the number up there we're reading now then? If that's because 16 songs, 5 number 1 hits.
Dude, I have no idea.
So that's from the 200. That's from the Billboard 200.
Let's go to the artist
stats. Peak date was February 25th, 1984.
That's funny. Makes sense.
That was the last time they were on number 1. Is all that it means. Actually, right here on the Hot 100 now it says they only have 1 number 1 hit.
That's very weird.
What just happened? I'm glad we recorded this because
you guys saw it.
What
you
the
heard
hell?
Us. You heard it.
That's
okay,
so
now
weird.
This seems more real.
Right.
I don't know what the hell BY's magic was. That's not even English.
Right. That's crazy.
Jump's number 1.
It's not
Where's
even
Right
English.
Now? I had someone try to tell me that Right Now was bigger than Jump. Number 55.
Number 55,
Yeah.
guys.
First of all, my opinion was no. And
Yeah.
that was correct.
Yes.
And I had to go here to prove it to him.
Yeah. Very good. Okay.
And he tried to tell me that when he saw Van Halen, there was a much bigger crowd reaction for Right Now than Jump. And I was like, okay, first of all,
That's not
Second of all,
that's not a validator.
that doesn't do
anything.
I wasn't there. I can't dispute that. Like you can't just.
You should have heard the roar of the crowd, though, Dallas.
You can't just.
I'm telling you, Right Now it's better.
Yeah.
And that's
telling you right now, it was a half decibel more.
And that specific show, bro.
Measure it? Like, did you count the people cheering? That's very unreliable data.
Totally.
Stupid. I hate that. I hate when people like start arguing with
bad arguments.
Yeah, stuff.
You're just like, man, now do I have to? Should I even
or like
continue
something
with
like
you?
that? Even if it was true, like I wasn't there, I can't refute that. That's not on the table. To
Exactly.
argue. Like,
Exactly.
We have
You
to have
can't-
something we can discuss.
Exactly. Let's look
you
up
can't just
hard
tell
data.
me you saw him once and it was cool.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't help anything.
Oh, that's so good.
You know?
So good. Hey, I thought of a good idea.
This thing keeps coming up.
What are some songs? We haven't done this, I don't think. Stop me if we've done this before. What are some songs that the band that made it famous? Have we done this? Sorry, I haven't even said it yet. The band that made it famous was not the band who wrote it. Did we do this yet?
Yeah, we've done that.
I think
so.
we've done
Guns was a lot of them.
Yeah, I feel like we've had that conversation. I know we've had it in real life. I just wondered if we had it on the podcast.
We did once, I think.
Okay. Well, then I won't go down that rabbit hole, but we were just talking about how basically anything that Axl does, they're going to make it better. I think Metallica falls in that category for me. Some people dislike that argument because they think that like
What
they
if they
ruined
covered
Turn
It's
the
Been-
Page. Like Turn the Page is a big one that people.
That's one of their hits, right?
Yeah. What other covers they've done? Like Die My Darling, I feel like is a pretty big one. That's a Misfits song that they covered.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Guns
Metallica
did a
falls
cover
in there.
album. Why does no one ever talk about that?
Yeah, well, so did Metallica. Metallica did Garage Inc. as a cover album.
I didn't realize that was a cover album, but
And it's a
that's,
double
I
cover
know the
album.
Yeah.
So it's got plenty, it's got like twice as many songs on it, which is, it's awesome. I kind
What
of
was
like
the song Damage Inc.? Where's that from?
that's from Saint Anger, I believe. I might be wrong on
think
that,
so.
but it's either
I
Saint
remember
Anger or
when
the
I was-
Black
when
album.
I was really young and
Black
just started
album?
guitar, everyone told
Can
me
you look
that
it
was
up over
like-
here? Is it the Black album?
That was like the hardest. It's not the Black Album. I know the
Okay.
Black Album top to bottom.
Okay, so what
Extremely
is Damage Incorporated? Sorry. I feel like that's okay. So it's from fucking
Master Puppets.
Master
Yeah, so
Puppets.
everyone was telling me like when I first started, like when I would
That's
learn,
the
I
song.
would learn like Enter Sandman or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and they'd be like, "Yeah, that's cool, but can you play Damage Inc.?" It was like the one song that like
Really?
everyone was like the pinnacle.
That's interesting.
I still don't even think I've heard it, but
No, that's interesting.
We'll
I would have
listen to it
never
as soon as
thought
we're
of
done
that.
here, but-
Yeah, I'd have never even thought of
are
that
you
one.
familiar with it? Or I guess not.
Here's
that much.
here's an interesting thing about Metallica. Every album, I believe, and I think this is still true, unless the new album doesn't complete this, but every album's had an instrumental on it.
Oh, cool.
is
Do they
kinda
have? Oh,
interesting.
that is instrumental. Damage Inc. is instrumental,
And
isn't
the
it?
first album, if you're thinking like, well, the first album didn't, but it's the bass solo, Anesthesia, or what is it called?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
I don't know early Metallica very well. I know the
Kill 'Em
Black
All.
Album extremely
Dude,
well.
You should
and
listen to
that's it.
Kill 'Em All.
I just can't get past the production.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
the problem.
I know. It was early, like raw fucking recording.
I have a lot of all my favorite albums that have terrible production. I listened to and loved before I knew anything about production.
Me too. And that's me too. I fell in
So
love
I
with
can
the
still
songwriting,
go
though.
back and listen to like
But I fell in love with
the
the
early Protest the
songwriting.
Hero.
I know that, but I know the difference though. Like I know that I fell in love with the songwriting and I love those songs, but I know in my heart that they could have been produced better and they could have sounded way better.
And it's good to recognize. Like, I definitely recognize that I don't like the production,
Right.
but the production is so important to me now that it's hard to listen to.
I know.
If it's
Well,
bad.
it
Like,
is.
that's
It's the
why I can't
listening
listen to too
experience.
much Pantera.
It's the listening
because it
experience.
hurts my ears in the
Oh,
same
no.
way.
Nah, I
in the
can't get
same
it.
way that you would turn the treble all the way up and the bass all the way down on your guitar amp. That like shrill, harsh frequency. I can't do it. It's just like.
I like
the
it.
kick is like all high frequency, which is really weird.
I like it. I like that how different it is. Like there's a difference into it, and for me, it still works really well. Terry Date, I think, in the second record, I think is really where they got their shit together. The first record, I agree, is raw and rough, and they definitely put out records.
That's
before
all I ever listened
that.
to, by the way, is the first one. I don't know a lot of their other stuff.
You should listen. The second one, I
know,
think,
like,
is
Walk
the clean one,
and
that's the second.
Where's
one.
I'm Broken? I like that one.
Second one,
Yeah.
or no, that might be on the third
What
one.
was the second album called?
Mile for War. No, that's the first song off the second album. It's called The Vulgar Display of Power. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. What was the third? They only had 3.
Third
Not
one,
counting the first 2.
Third one was Strength Beyond Strength, I believe. Yeah, Strength Beyond
A
Strength.
lot of
It's all power. It's all power. They describe themselves as
some
power
a little
group.
insecure.
No, not at all. Well, you've seen Phil and Selma. I don't think he's insecure. He's a fucking monster.
I bet he's pretty insecure.
Everybody is like. First of all, everybody's insecure, Dallas. But what I'm saying is, I don't think he was overcompensating. I don't think he was overcompensating. I think he was a powerful motherfucker. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but powerful motherfuckers usually don't walk around saying they're powerful motherfuckers. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, Phil
They
and
don't.
Selma.
They just don't.
I don't know, man.
The most powerful people are very quiet about it.
You can
Look at every UFC fighter.
All right. So,
You know what I mean?
you're not intimidated by Phil and Selma, is what you're saying?
Dude, not at all. No.
Just go fight him. Go fight Phil.
I don't want to fight him.
Dude,
I'm just not intimidated by him. He's a human being.
Dude, by the way,
I bet
that's
he's the
something we
nicest
should
guy on the
talk-
planet.
That's what we should talk about. I didn't even think about this, dude. He just released a jazz project. Can we pull that up?
We can't listen to it. but
Dude, his voice. Can we listen to like 2 seconds of it?
it'll get flagged, and we
Damn
can't
it.
monetize the video. We can anyway, but we're not going to do it.
Yeah, I know. But dude, it's
Dude,
awesome
when we
to see
last
him
time when we
doing
played those
something like
mashups,
that.
we got flagged for like 10 things.
Did we?
Like, yeah, it was
yeah.
just, and we were talking over it, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
played like less than
We
a second
tried.
of it.
Yeah,
It
we
was just
tried.
like there was no way. Like,
Okay, well, that's why we're learning. That's what we're
algorithm
doing.
is so advanced.
But so check out it's called, can we look it up as Jazz?
Yeah, we can look it up. We just
In
can't
Jazz, I think it's called EN Jazz.
Is it just under his name?
I'm not sure what it's under, but look up EN Jazz. Yeah, maybe it'll find it. And I only seen it on YouTube so far, so I don't even know if it's on Apple Music or anything.
Now you're messing with her. Flagged.
He got flagged because Dallas sang a
Yeah,
song.
because I hummed a song.
He nailed it though.
Let's see. Yeah, dude, that sounded so good.
The guitars even came in behind it when he sang it.
Yeah,
just
talk
because-
box solo.
I don't think it's gonna be in here. I think you're gonna have to look it up on YouTube. It's the only place I've seen it, and it's a live video, and it's
Well, is it a
N Jazz. Type
in
in
the illegals?
no, it's type in
Oh,
N.
what
It's
is
a totally different band. You'll see it's like it's a jazz
In
setup.
like that?
EN
Oh, Ian. Is it Anjazz?
shouldn't be. Thought that's what it was, but now I'm questioning what I remembered. Jazz influence on New Orleans metal. That's different though. I can pull it up really quick here. Yeah, but it's a nice departure to see him doing something like it's, you know, dare I say some music that's real music, but you know, I'm a metalhead too, so don't crucify me. But I mean,
Just
like
being
some
different. Yeah.
yeah, just doing like some traditional music, I'll say.
Oh, wrong button. Keep actually showing the wrong
Traditional.
logo here, people. This is the logo you want to see.
This is what you want to see. This is what you came to see.
Yeah, and we're in the final couple minutes here. So
Oh, cool.
if we want to start wrapping up.
And I wish I need to get that thing real quick. I'm gonna find it. But while you,
This has been a fun
Why
one.
you
just kinda-
filibuster?
Just kind of chatting here.
yeah, I
Talking
liked
about
going
music.
through the charts, bro. That's cool.
Yeah, that was super fun.
That's a good idea.
I'm such a big nerd for that kind of stuff because I love.
I wouldn't say I'm a nerd for it, but I do appreciate seeing it in a context like
Yeah,
that.
I'm a nerd for pretty much data of any kind.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
like hard data, you can be like, oh, that makes sense. You know?
Yeah, if
Now
it's-
I'm kind of questioning the validity
I
of what
know.
we saw, or maybe we clicked the wrong thing or we're looking at the wrong thing. But the Taylor Swift thing maybe isn't true, but the Beatles thing seems to be true.
Sorry,
We
N
found
minor.
that valid.
N minor jazz is what it was supposed to be. It's my bad. But they had a debut show, is what it is, and that's,
Someone was watching this that know that, and they were just screaming it there.
yeah, I'm sorry. That's why I had to make sure I got it right because I was like N jazz. I'm like, nah, I'm missing something. N minor jazz debut show. So, anyways, warm, sharp bath sleep is one of the videos
Now
on
we
here.
might be able to find them here.
Yeah, maybe. Right. See if it's on Apple Music because this is their debut show. I don't know if here we go. Cool. Oh, and that was up there when I saw it now, and I didn't read it, I guess, or whatever. It was on when you brought up Phil and
People
Selma.
listen to this and then it recommends all this. They're like, what the hell?
Yeah. Bill and Phil. Dimebag Darrell's on there, just his solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
What did he do solo?
Just some writing. Like he just wrote some cool little
Did
things.
he sing or?
Yeah, he sang and played. It's kind of cool.
Hits EP 2017.
The hits. So this is not like anything that's going to be any hit songs, but they're cool.
The hits for him, I guess.
There are, yeah, exactly.
Or
That's
the
what
bigger ones-
That's what the joke
bigger ones
is.
for him.
They're his songs.
Yeah, I love Dream Theater has the most clever
Whiskey Road. That was
greatest
a good
hits song or album title that I've heard. It's called Greatest Hit, and then in parentheses, and 21 other pretty cool songs.
right. That's kind of
Because they
what
had
you
Pull Me
get.
Under, and that was it. I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's gonna do it. Any final thoughts? Closing thoughts?
No, just stay busy out there, folks. Keep hustling.
Yeah, we'll be back next week to talk about how the show went, and I will have also been to one gig night, and I will have another after the next show.
Oh wow, cool.
This podcast will be in between the two gig
Next
nights,
weekend will
but-
be a good review then.
Yeah,
Cool.
next week is an insane weekend. We have the gig, 2 gig nights, and a specialty church service. So all like 4 or 5 things. So next weekend actually will have a weekend review.
Hell yeah.
All right, you guys. Peace. See you next time. Have a good one.